Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Zesty or Testy podcast. I am your host, Testy McNasty. With me, as always, is my counterpart,
Zesty McDaniels.
McDaniels?
Nah, I'm just
is
fucking
Zesty
with you.
Tito de la Pinga.
pasó?
We always start this episode off with a toast.
Toast this.
Here's to conspiracy theorists, those seekers of truth in the shadows. Let's raise a glass to those who inquire. Their quest for truth never expires. In a world where reality is typically blurred, skepticism's voice shall always be heard.
Nice. Salute.
I am a bit of a conspiracy theorist.
A bit? Mm-hmm. You're a fucking big time conspiracy.
I believe in some crazy shit.
I know you do.
For instance,
Like, do you believe that right now if I insert this toothpick into my little cigar and go like this, my little cigar's going,
I do.
Okay, well, it is.
I don't think that's much of a conspiracy, though. I think you just wanted to do that to make the people laugh on YouTube.
You're right. But somewhere in there, I think my cigar's going, hi, puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the crazy shit that I believe as a conspiracy theorist,
You believe children are the future?
we all believe that.
Okay.
Was that Whitney Houston or somebody else?
Whitney. We had this discussion, Whitney.
Bro, I can't remember yesterday. Why am I going to remember
That's a good
something we
point.
said on the podcast?
My bad.
You got to like replay this shit so that I can hear shit.
Okay.
So I can remember shit. As a conspiracy theorist, I believe in some crazy shit. For instance, I believe that the world is round.
Who told you that shit?
You don't believe the world is round?
No, dude. I mean, you go anywhere, you see some mountains, yeah, you see hills, but it's flat as can be.
Bro.
Have you ever seen a map?
Yeah,
It's flat.
they're flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh,
Just like you, there is
I'm not flat. I'm round, dude.
like the earth.
Like the earth.
See, we could paint the continents on your belly.
You really could.
Yeah. You could be North America and I could be Asia.
Oh,
We want to do that next
Yeah.
next podcast?
we're going to need a lot of paint.
Did you know, just like you, there is a significant growing population of people that believe the earth is flat?
Really?
Yeah.
Like, what possesses a person, or what goes through their brain that makes them think the world is flat?
So I don't know what makes them think the world is flat, but I can see exactly where they're coming from. Let me explain.
Because they've seen a map on a table, and they're like, dude, clearly it's flat.
So I believe that people believe that the world is flat because it all goes back to a little man by the name of Jeffrey Epstein. So Jeffrey Epstein had an island where he would invite all his favorite celebrities and politicians to come over and rape little children. And once they found out about it, because they were all there, they arrested him, which is the right thing to do.
Correct.
And then they put him in prison, and they pointed all kinds of cameras at him, and they had all kinds of prison guards around him.
Correct.
But in the middle of one of the prison guard naps, because prison guards won the right to take a nap in the middle of their shift at the last union negotiation.
I didn't know that, okay.
And then at the moment that all the cameras glitched, it's not a big deal that the cameras glitched because it happens to police body cams all the time.
Yeah, no.
That's the moment that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself.
And the world is flat. Why?
Well, I know you don't know all the stuff that's going on the internet.
No.
But like at the time that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself, everybody on the internet was sharing all these memes saying Epstein didn't kill himself. But the mainstream corporate-owned news media, they kept saying that he killed himself. And
Correct.
everybody kept saying, Jeffrey didn't kill himself. Epstein didn't kill himself. That was the common meme at that time. You couldn't... do you know what Rickrolling is?
No.
Okay, don't worry about it.
All right.
You couldn't go anywhere without a meme saying that Epstein didn't kill himself.
I remember that.
You remember that?
I remember people saying that. And I
Okay.
remember, like, watching memes or watching little, call them skeptics who are conspiracy theorists saying, oh, he didn't kill himself. It's kind of like Bruce Lee, right? Bruce Lee ain't dead. You know,
Oh, no.
all these other people.
I think
Elvis is still
Elvis.
alive.
I think that's the one that.
Well, no, yeah, exactly. So, anyway.
So, while the corporate-owned media was saying that Epstein killed himself, and the rest of us are saying there's no way that this dude killed himself, they were like, "Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that because look over there. Brett Kavanaugh is being hexed by a coven of witches."
Seriously?
That was what the news was reporting on
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
While everybody was saying Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. So I was like, can we get back to the Jeffrey Epstein thing? I have questions. But the corporate controlled news media was like, don't worry about that. Look, we have a virus, and there has never been a virus before on the face of this earth. And this virus is going to destroy the whole world.
No, we're still here.
But we're going to destroy it first, because we're going to shut everything down.
Yeah.
And by the way, you should wear a mask for your protection.
Yeah.
Actually, you should wear a mask for my protection, and I should wear a mask for your protection.
Correct.
Actually, you don't need to wear a mask because they don't actually work, and we need to save
Let's all
them.
wear a mask.
We need to save them for the doctors and the nurses. Actually, you really do need to wear a mask
I remember that shit.
because we say so, and we're always correct. And I'm like, can we get back to the Jeffrey Epstein thing? Because I still have questions.
Idiot.
So the media, the corporate-controlled news media says, look, we have a vaccine, and we didn't really test it on anybody, but it's perfectly safe and effective. And if you take it, we'll stop destroying the earth by shutting everything down. In fact, it is so safe and effective, you have to take it or you'll lose your job. I said, fine, I'll take your vaccine. It's not that big of a deal. Can we get back to the Jeffrey Epstein thing? Because I still have questions. And the corporate news media is like, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. The world is round. And I'm like, I know that. We were taught that in kindergarten.
Yeah.
It's one of my core beliefs that the earth is round.
Correct.
I know that. My whole life I believe that the earth is round. Why the fuck they gotta say it like that? Why do they say it like that? It make me think like, because it's fine. I believe
Like you
that
haven't
they're-
been believing that
like
all
I
along?
haven't been believing that all along.
You're
And
like,
then
let's
they
talk about Jeffrey Epstein.
yes, I'm like, can we get back? I believe the earth is round. Can we get back to the Jeffrey Epstein thing? Because I still got questions. And the news media is like, no, look, there's this rapper named Diddy, and allegedly he raped Justin Bieber and Usher when they were 13. And he would have these big parties where everybody's all the favorite celebrities and politicians would come over, and they would all rape little children together. And now Diddy's running. Diddy is running. Look at him run. Don't
Yep.
stop, Diddy. They're going to catch you.
Now Diddy's going to kill himself, like Jeffrey Epstein.
Well, they don't have to suicide Diddy because they went into his house and they destroyed all the cameras and they destroyed all the recordings. And now Diddy can come back. Come home, Diddy. You don't have to suicide yourself, Diddy. Come on home.
Now we'll never know. But you know what's important?
And you know what I'm like?
The world is round.
I'm like, can we get back to the world is round thing? Because I still got questions.
Yeah, dude. Unfortunately, that's the world that we live in. But I will say, and let's talk a little bit about TikTok.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on TikTok?
They're shutting it down because they don't want a way for us to communicate with each other.
I could give a shit about TikTok
Okay.
until yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
Well, remember we were talking about watching the Canelo fight, not watching the Canelo fight, watching the Canelo fight, not watching it. And eventually I said, I'm not going to watch it. We're not going to watch it. We got shit to do. I was tired. I started...
So you watched it on TikTok?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watch pay-per-views on TikTok too. Somebody like just puts up a screen facing their
somebody
TV
put
set.
their phone, I guess, on a tripod and just put the TV on. And I
Yeah,
was
and
like,
everybody's
"Fuck,
commenting
yeah,
like,
dude."
"Oh, that was a good blow."
Yeah,
And
dude,
she's
that
like,
was-
"Hey,
it was awesome,
If you
man."
want to send me a Galaxy, go ahead."
So all of a sudden, my wife had crashed out early, and I was upstairs in the bedroom, and I was sitting on a chair and
Cool.
on our couch and watching it. And she wakes up, she goes, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Watching the Canelo fight." She goes, "What do you mean watching the Canelo fight?" I'm like,
It's on
I
TikTok.
just know that fucking government Screw them if they get rid of TikTok, dude. So I watched the whole.
They want you to
damn
pay the
fight.
fucking $90 for the.
And then
pay-per-view?
I'm like, somebody would go. It's like, it'll say something like, session pause or whatever.
Oh.
I would just scroll 2 down and
It would
I would
come back
watch
up again?
another one. And,
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I had all angles: left, right, middle, center, upper.
Yeah, those are fun because you can write little comments at the bottom and like people will talk shit while they're watching the fight with
Yeah.
you. It's like having a group of friends over.
But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, dude. Except right until the end of the fight, it was hilarious because, you know, they're removing the gloves from the boxers, right?
Yeah.
And I see Canelo like go up to the side of the ring and just kind of start like gesturing like for somebody to come on over, right? And like a minute later, you see Canelo stretch out his hand, right? And then all of a sudden, you see somebody about to hand him a cat.
I didn't see that. What?
Well, that's because it didn't happen, dude. When he went like this, coincidentally, the person that was actually filming,
Oh, reached in and
they-
put a cat.
they put up their
in
cat, right?
Canelo's hand.
Yeah, and it looked like Canelo was reaching out for the cat. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is he getting a cat?
That's hilarious.
And then I realized, and then the lady starts going, "Hey, look, we're gonna do the little thing," and then she starts like doing
Showing
that
off
shit.
her cat.
Yeah,
With the-
fortunately, the boyfriend, husband, or whoever it was said, "Hey, put that shit down. People want to watch," because it was right when they were gonna talk about who won, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And here
That's
I am
hilarious.
going, "Why is Canelo want some pussy?"
There you go.
I mean, hey, look.
who doesn't want
I mean,
some after
in
a fight?
football, you win and you go to Disney. In
Yeah.
boxing, you win, you get pussy.
Get some pussy.
Yeah.
Hand it to you in the side of the ring. Speaking of that, have you ever seen? I don't know what
Wait,
country.
Canelo or pussy? Which one are we talking about?
The act of handing something into a video.
Oh,
There are, I think, Belgium commercials for a beer
uh-huh.
that they would. So when they showed Star Wars in Belgium for the first time, they showed it on TV. And in Belgium, I guess you're allowed to like edit the movie.
Uh-huh.
So like, there would be scenes in Star Wars where they would edit it to cut to commercial without knowing that you had cut to commercial. So for instance, Obi-Wan says, "Your father saved something for you. He wanted me to give it to you when you came of age." And he goes to hand him the lightsaber. But in the Belgian version of the movie, he opens the ice chest and pulls out the Belgian beer. And then the jingle starts playing. And then they cut to commercials. And then they show the actual scene after the commercials.
That's pretty cool, dude.
But like, and like the emperor will like make something levitate. And then it'll be the beer comes into his hand. And then they'll play the jingle. And then it cuts to commercials. And then,
That's pretty awesome, dude.
yeah.
Well,
But they got sued by Lucas, George Lucas.
Lucasfilms.
Yeah, but I thought that was hilarious. You can find that on TikTok too.
Well, I'm gonna look for it.
Those
dude, 'cause that was
Belgian
pretty
Star Wars
hilarious.
commercials. In fact, I'll send them to you.
I can tell you that the people that were streaming the fight were not Belgian.
No,
No, especially because they were talking about carne asada. So
but they probably got their $90 back from that stream.
they,
Were anybody sending like little flowers or sending like little? Okay,
Oh yeah, shit ton, dude.
so they got more than their $90 back from
Yeah, I
doing
mean, you
that.
could see like their what do they call it, followers or whatever. It was just that thing was
About
going
1,000, 2,000, 3,000.
I mean, probably even more than that, man.
yeah.
So did you get to watch the fight then?
I watched it. My wife woke up just in time for the Canelo fight. So like she had gone to sleep earlier in the day.
She's a big Canelo guy.
She's a huge
right?
Canelo fan, and then like her soul like said, "Hey, it's time to wake up." And she's like, "Canelo's on the screen," and she levitated out of bed into the living room, and we watched the fight. I thought Munguia did good for the first 3 rounds, and then Canelo opened up on him, and he just had no chance after
Well,
that.
on the third round, that's when he kind of dropped him, right? Is that when
Yeah.
he dropped? Second or third round?
Third or fourth,
Okay.
when the one time Munguia gets knocked down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
I mean,
the
but
third.
dude, he took a hard hit because
Yeah.
you could tell he was a little spaced out. And then the next couple of rounds, he was a little out of it. Look, I'll give Munguia this much. He put up a fight.
He did. He came from the first bell. He came as hard as he
But
could.
there is still no doubt in my mind that when Canelo hits you, he makes it known that he hits you.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Because you could see Munguia hitting Canelo, and he wouldn't connect a lot, but when he did, you know, it wouldn't shake up Canelo a lot.
Yeah, Canelo's
Now,
got a nice chin.
Well, yeah, exactly. And whenever you know, Canelo would hit Munguia, dude, you could see him kind of, you know, fumble a little bit, or you know, you could tell when you get a reaction, you know.
Yeah.
So
And by the end of the night, Munguia, like the 12th round, Munguia was just exhausted. He wasn't even putting his guard up. I think there's a moment like the 11th or 12th round, Canelo hits him and actually like helps him back up to keep him from like let's make this go the distance. Canelo knew he had won the fight.
I know, dude. And when I saw that, I was like, dude, did he just hold him up?
Oh yeah.
Because he's like, oh shit, I think I may have hit you too hard.
I'm sorry.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, this is just for fun. I wasn't trying to.
I forgot. We were just trying to get you $6 million, and I'm taking 190 from the shit.
But I want to see De La Hoya come out of retirement and get his ass handed to him. I know he's too old. Then why the fuck is he talking so much shit? Why is De La Hoya talking so much shit? He's suing Canelo. He's suing Canelo for defamation. Because when De La Hoya was talking shit, Canelo leaned back and leaned over to Munguia. He's like, hey, make sure that the lawyer reads anything that De La Hoya makes you sign because he steals from his boxers. You're supposed to say allegedly in front of that.
Yeah, that's true.
Like when I said that allegedly did he rape Justin Bieber and Usher.
And if he didn't say it, allegedly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did say it allegedly. I make sure I say it allegedly.
Just want to let you guys know that
because as long as you say allegedly, you can't be sued.
This is being filmed.
Live studio audience.
Directly from Johannesburg, Africa.
What?
Yeah, so people can come and look for us over here.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, yeah. So, my point to this, when I said let's talk about TikTok, is fuck the government. I can't have them get in the way of my TikTok, dude.
Well, I think
now that I know I can watch Tyson.
Yeah.
On TikTok. What's it next month?
I know you have Netflix. You don't have Netflix?
I do. Is it on Netflix? I don't know.
It's on Netflix. Tyson's on Netflix in June 7th.
But is it going to be like a paid thing also?
No. It's you just click on it, and when it's time, it'll play.
Oh.
And you watch it, yeah. I'm sure they'll have an undercard or something. Huh. You didn't even respond when I sent Canelo talking shit back to De La Hoya.
Oh, yeah. I was funny, dude.
If he come closer, I fuck him. He's a fucking asshole.
I fuck him. I fuck him. If he gets close enough, I fuck him.
Hey, Canelo.
I know he meant to say I fuck him up. But.
Yeah. But if you get mad, Canelo, and you happen to come across this video, he said it. And he claims to be the other Canelo. I don't know. I think you're the real Canelo.
Or Canelo's that pissed off that he's just like, I'm going to fuck him, like prison style. He might be. I don't know. I don't know how bad Canelo gets.
Maybe he's into that shit. Did you see that hawk?
I did.
Gotta make sure my little dog.
Yeah, make sure your dog's inside or we're gonna watch it fly away.
There goes Snuggles. Here comes Snuggles. And there goes Snuggles' carcass.
But no, you're right. TikTok is way different than Facebook. It's way different than Twitter, X, whatever the fuck they call it now, Instagram. Because nobody type people can post something on TikTok and it just explodes. And suddenly, like, all these nobody people are famous. Facebook does not do that. Twitter does not do that. Instagram does not do that.
The upsetting thing here is it's like you give TikTok 6 months to be sold, right? And somebody, it's like you're not pissed. Are you just pissed because of the content? Are you pissed because of the government says it's the influence that it has on the people watching it, right? Mm-hmm. Because they control. It's almost like they can control what you're watching and influence you in different ways, or whatever.
But Facebook already does that. Facebook controls what you get to see, and it influences you in different ways.
But it's Facebook.
Yeah,
that's not a Chinese company.
Exactly. But and you know what the weirdest shit is?
It's like create something like it, but unfortunately you don't. And then you have YouTube Shorts, which is somewhat similar to TikTok. It just hasn't taken off the way TikTok did, right?
So YouTube Shorts is like all the TikToks from 6 months ago.
Yes.
So all the shit that we already saw 6 months ago, that's what shows up on YouTube Shorts. So it's not like putting out original shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If it bothers you that much, then fucking create something similar to it, right?
And compete with it? Don't make it illegal?
Yeah.
So the government doesn't want the competition. It's already got Facebook controlled. It doesn't really have Twitter controlled anymore. But Twitter still doesn't have that where we can, like, nobodies can become famous. The only nobodies that become famous on Twitter are somebody that accidentally says something controversial and then they get fired from their job. There's only negative people that become famous, not like positive people. You can't like sit there and cook a meal on Twitter and suddenly like Hellman's mayonnaise is paying you to fucking cook a meal on Twitter.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Look, all I'm saying is I understand why there's like, I think our government and all these medical experts want to jump on that bandwagon and say, you know, it makes mush out of your brain, and
So does everything else.
yeah, I know, but it's just this is the one that they're picking on, right? And that's why I said, look,
Because they don't
it
have
wasn't
control
because of what happened yesterday, because I mean that helped, right?
over it. Watching Canelo for free.
but the truth is, I think it's bullshit, and not because we repost there either.
Yeah.
It's just simply
It's censorship. It's un-American.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then so let's talk about all this shit that's happening at the colleges.
Oh, they're protesting for Palestine?
Yes.
But it's not like actual protesters, it's people that are paid to show up and protest. Because I always wonder that myself, because like I gotta go to work and I'm driving to work, and then all these fucking grown ass people are like blocking traffic.
Yeah.
And it's like, don't they have a job to go to? But that is their job to block traffic.
Yeah, they're professional protesters.
They're professional protesters. They're getting paid to fucking.
But then, isn't that just like TikTok, right? It influences your mind. You have this professional protesters influencing the mind of young college students, right?
yeah, they
They're
think
on
that's the side
campus.
of good. That's the side of rebellion or whatever, and they want to join it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Did you see that one clip where there were two girls were out there like free Palestine, and then a reporter comes up and goes, "Why do you want to free Palestine? Why are you protesting here?" And they're like,
'Cause everybody's
"Oh, I
here."
don't know." Yeah, they were like, "I wish I was more educated on the subject to talk about it, but I don't know. We just kind of showed up because
Yeah,
everybody was
because
here."
it's like they're what is it that you're protesting, right? And obviously the inhumanity, whatever you want to call it, right?
Yeah.
The fighting, the war, everything in Middle
Wars
East
are
and
bad.
Palestine, right? But yet you're doing that shit here.
Yeah,
So
what, burning down shit and
Yeah.
blocking shit and being violent.
it's
so
like,
shit.
okay, so you basically don't want you know,
You don't want it over there, but
in
you're gonna
Israel, what
reproduce it
you're,
over
what
here.
you're doing here.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what I think. I mean, gosh, you know, I'm
It's
not-
weird that Jewish students are not being allowed to like be on campus anymore.
You know, I'll tell you what.
That's almost like, it reminds me of a certain country that starts with a G. A lot, but like 60 years ago,
A country that starts with what?
Germany.
Oh, with a G. I'm like, with a G, with a G. Oh. Yeah, I mean, look, here's what's bothersome about that. Yes, you're right. I don't know. Look, I'm not a big fan of Governor Abbott. I've said it before,
Sure.
right? But I was happy to see that when that shit started happening here at UT,
He shut it down.
he put a stop to it real
Good.
quick.
Thank
And I'm glad.
God bless you,
Yeah.
Governor.
Yeah, thank you. Because I don't like that bullshit. It's like, dude, I mean, it feels like right now we're a laughing stock, you know, our
Yeah.
country. And it's like, you don't need our state to go the same way, you know?
Yeah. So I'm anti-war. I don't think America should be choosing a side between Israel and Gaza. I don't think America should be choosing a side
Agreed.
between Ukraine and Russia. I think we need to be like working on us. We've already sent just about $200 billion to Ukraine. You know what we could have done with that? We could have put clean water in Flint, Michigan. We could have fucking put armed guards at every school. We could have fucking, I don't know, paid for solid gold fucking toilets for half the population.
Well, 2 weeks ago, didn't they pass that $95 billion?
Yeah, they keep adding to it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Now it's for Ukraine and Palestine.
And now eggs cost $11.
It's like can't afford bread, and fucking gas is going through the roof, and for no reason whatsoever. But it's just going through the roof anyway.
Well, 2 years ago, we depleted our national oil reserves because Biden wanted to artificially drive down the gas prices, because the one thing that was happening was everybody was putting the little "I did that" stickers on the gas pumps. Did you see those?
Yeah.
And he was like, we're about to have midterms. I can't have that. I need to drive down gas prices. So he took the strategic oil reserve, which is what we're supposed to use in an emergency, and he put all that on the market to artificially drive down the prices. Well, now we don't have reserves, and now all that oil has been used, so now the price is going back up to what it was supposed to be
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Artificial euphoria, dude.
Artificial euphoria.
I mean,
That's a new Kendrick Lamar diss track.
artificial euphoria.
No, just euphoria. I don't. You don't follow that rap? I don't want to talk about it because it's way too. That's not our demographic.
Yeah. what
Except
he
for
said.
those 15 kids that followed us for random reasons.
Yeah. Thank you.
They might care about that,
Thank
but I
you,
don't.
kids. Appreciate it. Anywho, yeah, I was a little bit out of shape about that. So it just seems like a lot of shit's been pissing me off lately. Dude,
Which
I've been
one?
in
The Twitter ban?
Well, the Twitter ban and the fucking
Protesters.
Yeah. And just a little bit of everything.
What else is
it
pissing you off?
Oh, well, no, it's just I think as I get older, I get pissed off at more
Tolerate
shit.
less
Yeah,
shit?
Yeah. You know, I was watching
I agree.
coincidentally on TikTok. The guy was talking about how after he goes, I know I'm getting older, and he was talking about all the little things. Like he goes, yeah, the music is too loud. Whatever music it is, yeah, the music
I
is
get
too
it.
loud. He goes, grumpy old man. I don't think that was a movie. That was a training guide. So you know,
No, I get it.
I do feel that way. 2 weeks ago, we were at one of my kids' events, school events, and to get into this event, I'm not going to name the event, but to get into this event, even though I already had tickets, I had to get in line for like nearly 2.5, 3 blocks.
Oh,
Okay,
damn.
and of course,
Is this like a band thing or?
yes. So 3 blocks to get into this event. And as I'm standing there in line waiting to get into this event, these people come by, wave at the people like a family,
Oh, and cut in line in front of you?
two families in front of us.
Yeah.
They wave at them, they keep walking, and then they come back and they make small talk. And next thing you know, they get in line. I made a comment to my wife, and my wife's like, just leave it alone. I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
She's like, you just need to stop. I'm like, no, and this is the grumpy side of me, and you know, just tolerate less. It's like, no, man, I've been fucking waiting in line for 45 minutes.
Yeah, they just show up.
You know, somebody like me can't be standing in line. Well, I should, but I'm too fat to be waiting 45 minutes in
Yeah.
line. And these people just get, and then another family does that shit. right
So
in
what'd you
front
say?
of them.
What'd you do?
I couldn't say shit.
I thought you were going to go like talk shit to him.
Well, I wanted to, and I kept on making comments like really loud, right? And she's like, "I knew you were making comments so they could hear you." I'm like, "Good." I'm like, because I wasn't allowed to, because I wanted to go up to them, and I'm like, "Oh," because then right before we got in, then another young couple comes and says hi to them, and they're like, "Oh, hey, we brought you guys this," and
Suddenly they're in line.
all of a sudden they're so now they went from 3 people to 6 people to 8 people.
Yeah.
And I'm
He
like,
just keeps backing up.
and I know it shouldn't matter, but if I let everybody do that shit,
You'll never get in.
No, and even though we had reserved seats, but we could hear that already some bands are coming on, and I
Warming
want
up
to
a
get in
little
there and watch my kid, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just
It's like people that you see that the lane ends left, and then there's that one asshole that just charges down
going.
the left-hand lane and like wants to cut in the very front. It's like, motherfucker, you read the sign just like all of us. You see everybody else zippering in like this, but this motherfucker can't do the zipper. This motherfucker wants to go to the front. No, I agree with you. I agree.
But it's like, along with all with that grumpiness, that anger, that putting up with less and less bullshit. What did you say a while ago? Once you hit 40, it's like you can't get up without making some sort of sound.
I can't get up without making an announcement. Like, oh!
Yeah, it's me, dude. I'm like, why is it that it used to be that my left knee used to hurt a lot years ago, and
Now
somebody
it's
said,
both
"Oh,
knees?"
it doesn't hurt anymore." I'm like, "No, now they both hurt."
Yeah, exactly.
Except now it's like my knees, my back, you know, my will, everything gets.
You've never heard that Britney Spears parody? My lower back is killing me, and I must confess I have bad knees. Have bad knees. 30s when you start to die. I didn't start to die at 30. I started to die at 40. But 40 is when my body hit the wall.
We all start to die when we're born.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, that's a reality.
To quote Biggie Smalls, he's ready to die.
Yeah. Here's to Biggie Smalls.
You're supposed to pour out some liquor, but this is delicious. I'm not pouring this shit out. Spit out a little liquor.
That's what she said. What was it that I heard yesterday?
I don't know.
Oh my God, there was a joke I heard yesterday. It's going to come to me.
Well, you're thinking of your joke. I'm going to tell my joke.
Go
There was
ahead.
this married couple, and the husband worked at a pickle factory, And you've heard this one?
Nope.
Okay.
But two things
Two
already
things can be funny.
I mean, a couple and pickles.
And so he comes home one day and he... Yeah, I know, right? He comes home one day and he tells his wife, babe, I don't know what's wrong with me. I got this weird craving. And she's like, what, dear? He goes, I've got this weird craving to stick my dick in the pickle slicer. And she goes, oh my God, that's not normal. I think maybe you need to see a psychiatrist. He goes, I knew I shouldn't have told you anything. I'm not going to no fucking head shrinker. I'll just forget I brought it up. I'll handle it myself. I don't want to talk about it. I'm not going to a psychiatrist. Forget I said anything. A couple weeks goes by. And he comes home from the pickle factory and he goes, well, I did it. And she goes, you did what, dear? And he goes, I stuck my dick in the pickle slicer. And she goes, oh my God, what happened? And he goes, well, I got fired. And she goes, no. What happened with the pickle slicer? And he goes, oh, she got fired too.
I like that, dude.
What was your joke? You still can't think of it?
No.
It's all right.
Now I'm enjoying watching birds go by.
It's a beautiful day.
It really is, dude. I thought it was gonna be a little more humid, but it looked humid. Did I say human? I thought it was going to be a little more human today.
I hate it when humans fall out of the sky onto my car. Oh, did you see there was like...
Happy Cinco de Mayo?
Oh, yeah, that's today's Cinco de Mayo.
Right.
Why aren't we celebrating?
Agua! There
Yeah,
you go.
we were drinking tequila. So,
Well, right now when you said that about what are falling from the sky,
humans?
yeah, I just thought of El Guapo. What is this, gringos falling from the sky? So yesterday I was talking to a couple of buddies. Sorry, I interrupted you, and it said you're not allowed to celebrate Cinco de Mayo if you don't know who this person
El
is,
Guapo.
who this legend is, right?
Yeah.
It was El Guapo, and so I sent it to a couple of buddies, and then one of them replies back with a quote, and then I replied back with a quote,
Yeah.
and then the other one replied back with a quote. Dude, we spent
Quoting
close to like
the three
45
amigos.
minutes sending quotes back and forth, and I knew that it's a very quoted movie, but
Yeah.
there's so many fucking quotes from that
Would
movie.
you say I have a plethora of piñatas?
Or what was it? I said something like, "Hey, we should go out to eat, and I'll get me a tequila." What's tequila? It's like beer. It's like beer. Is it fattening? So what were you gonna say?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, there was hail. There was like
Hell no.
3 inches of hail.
That's what she said.
Like 3 inches of hail. What's 3 inches like that?
Yeah.
And somewhere in Texas.
I've been telling women this is 3 inches.
Weather been crazy lately,
and
especially
you
in
said
Houston.
Houston's getting pummeled.
Houston is flooded right now.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well,
Again,
I mean, it's like learn your fucking lesson, you know.
you keep rebuilding on the flood zone. You strip down all the drywall,
Yeah.
let it dry out, put it back up.
Insanity, bitches.
It's doing the same thing, expecting
over
a
and over
different
and over
outcome.
again. Exactly, and expecting a different outcome. I hear thunder.
Well, it'd be nice if it rained a little bit. We're under the porch. Bzzz, the fucking iPad shocks out.
What else is going on, man?
I don't know.
I'm ready for school to be over. I'll tell you that.
I'm not, because then the kids will be home all summer. And band is worse in the summer because they're there for like 12-hour shifts, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
That is true. But guess
I mean,
what?
I'm not the one staying there, but
I
I'm
was
the
gonna
one that
say,
has to drive there.
But guess what? It's not you doing it, so.
I still got to wake up early and get them there and then get them back.
That's true. Yeah, but I mean, at least it's not as early as. Well, no, I take that back. It is pretty fucking early.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some days I get to work from home, and it'd be nice if I could sleep in those days, but I'm not allowed to. There's no day I can sleep in.
It's frowned upon.
It's frowned upon. Yeah.
Hate it when jobs do that shit.
I
It's
know,
like
right?
they expect you to just start working. I'm like, fuck, dude. What do you know?
Every time that I'm slacking off at work and like my boss is being passive aggressive, I just know that he's never going to fire me because the generation that's coming after us works even less than we do. And that makes me feel good about job security, but it makes me feel really bad for the future for when I put in the nursing home I get put in the nursing home and they go
Who's
to
gonna
wipe.
take care of you?
Who's gonna wipe my ass? They're gonna be like, hold on, let me post something on Twitter before I wipe.
They're gonna be like,
wipe your ass.
I gotta wipe his ass. Here, smile.
Exactly. They're like, just wipe my ass, please.
Hey guys, it's
is
gonna
a
be like,
HIPAA violation.
hey guys,
Hey,
I'm
chat.
Here, I'm here with Testy. He's 89 years old. Say hi, Testy. That's his ass. Sorry, you
Change
have
my
to see-
diaper. I can't.
He's always making all kinds of noise.
Yeah,
This is what you're gonna see.
yeah. That's
Say
our
hi.
future. That's our future right there.
That's who's gonna be changing your.
That's
or
gonna be
not, maybe
changing our
not.
diapers. What?
Well, I said maybe not because I doubt they're gonna do it, dude.
Yeah, they'll just leave me. They'll post that I'm about to change his diaper and then walk off and do something else.
Hey, sorry guys. They're gonna take you outside and hose you down. That's the future of this world, dude. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But what do you do? There's nothing, man. Nothing you can do.
Start a podcast with your buddy.
Yeah.
Smoke cigars on a Sunday.
You know, this is the highlight of my fucking weekend.
Cheers. I'm glad we did it. Sorry we missed last week.
Which, by the way, here's to our friend Mondo.
Hey, Mando!
He said, he's like, hey, keep them coming, dude. I finally got around to watching them. I'm like, all right. And then I had my niece, our number one fan.
Uh-huh.
She asked me, she goes, hey, I was looking for y'all's podcast. You guys didn't have one? I said, no, we skipped last week because I had shit to do. My kids had concerts.
That makes us feel wanted that you're missing our podcast when we don't put them on there.
All our 2 people.
We got 54.
Yeah. But we have to, we don't like to say we play favorites, but we do have favorites.
Our 2 favorites,
Our 2
number
favorites.
ones, number 1 and number 2s.
Yes. Hey, so aside from our podcast, I've never ever listened to a podcast before.
Until I sent you the Night Owl.
the Havana one. So I'm not saying I want to go do the same shit we did at the hotel.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind checking it out. I want to see that flaming burning man or whatever.
In the basement.
Yeah.
So tell them about it. Tell
So Testy here sent me a link to a Night Owl podcast, which I'll see if I can put it on.
they don't need our help. They're already a famous
Oh, yeah.
podcast.
Well, no, so they, but it's Night Owl, I guess. I don't know how you look for
The
it,
Night
but-
Owl, yeah.
Yeah. It's a guy out of Boston that goes and visits different places around the state of Texas.
What we did once a long time
Yeah.
ago.
And so he talks about Texas has so many, places you can visit that are haunted or have
Haunted, yeah.
history behind it, right? And so one of the things he was talking about was the hotels here in San Antonio. San Antonio seems to have more than most because of everything that occurred in San Antonio during the Alamo, right?
Yeah.
And so a lot of stuff downtown, like the Emily Morgan, the Gunter, the Driscoll, Black Swan Inn somewhere downtown.
Yeah.
And now that he talks about this one hotel called
Hotel Havana.
Hotel Havana.
Yeah.
And so
on the Riverwalk.
I've never heard, like I said, I've never listened to a podcast. And when you sent me that link, I said, okay, I was driving, so I'm like, I'm gonna listen to
Riveted.
this. And dude, I found it pretty interesting. One, that it kind of lets my brain go another direction, right? Listening to this podcast. But,
Sure.
But the subject, which was the Havana Hotel downtown San Antonio, and its history, how it started, and what people have seen. What's funny is I wouldn't mind seeing it because, like she said, one of the mediums or whatever they call them, right?
Psychic or whatever.
Psychics. They were talking about how they don't seem to be upset. They just seem to want to let people know
That they're there.
right?
Except the motherfucker in the basement.
Except that guy who keeps touching people and leaving burn marks on their arms.
Well, apparently there was a fire in the basement, and some worker got caught in the fire. Either the fire burnt the floor above, and he fell through and caught fire and died. Anyway, somebody died in the basement on fire, and now there's a bar where that dude died. And at night, people will see a dude that's on fire.
Yeah.
And one maid said that the dude on fire grabbed her arm like that and left a burning handprint on her arm that she showed multiple people. Yeah.
And this happened in the 70s or 80s?
80s, I think, is the heydays of the...
when they reopened the hotel and it closed down, and now in 2010 they opened it back again under new management. So
So you actually want to go?
I wouldn't mind.
You want to go do a podcast from the Hotel Havana?
Oh, slow your roll. I said I wouldn't.
You want to go in the middle of the day when it's bright?
Yeah, when it's very bright.
Bro.
Hey, baby steps, man. You made me like jump into an Olympic-sized swimming pool with the hospital, man.
It was pretty early in our podcast, and I'm like, let's go do some crazy shit.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I was expecting to jump into a baby pool, one of those inflatable ones, and you took me to an Olympic-sized pool. It's like, oh, let's go visit one of the most haunted places in the state of Texas.
Did you see that one TikTok about a black dude and a white dude, and this is I make my black friend do white people shit, and he makes me do black people shit. And then the white guy makes the black dude go hunting in an abandoned house. It made me think of me and you.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was white people shit, but apparently it is.
Well, then, I don't know, because it's crazy people shit, dude. Because my niece loved that.
Yeah,
that
she
stuff.
showed up. Yeah.
And so if we were to do something like that, I know she would be all. Now she has stayed. I think at the Emily Morgan and the Gunter. She stayed at 2 or 3 hotels. Just to see if she can experience anything. Like, she stayed on her own, which is...
Even scarier?
Well, I wouldn't fucking do it, so kudos to her.
Did she see anything?
She's the one that visited us, went with us. I don't think she did, but
the Yorktown
my
Hospital.
understanding is she's a pretty heavy sleeper, dude.
Oh, she slept through all the ghosts.
Yeah, so there was probably a ghost going, hey, wake up. Hey, come on,
Hey.
Jesus.
I'm here.
Look, it's going to be 6 a.m. and I got to get out of here. Wake
I
up.
got to clock out soon, damn it.
Yeah. I got,
Let me do my auntie so I can get out of here.
They won't let me put in overtime. So anyway, so she said, no, I never saw anything. I'm like, well, yeah, but you probably slept through it.
Yeah. But we didn't see anything at the Yorktown Hospital either. So sometimes I think...
I didn't see anything. We okay.
Alex did. Alex said he heard something. And
Well-
we felt the breeze.
Well,
In the
I
windowless
felt
braces.
the breeze. Did you not?
Yeah, I felt the breeze.
Dude, we were in a
Windowless basement.
windowless basement. Yeah, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, this feels nice. And not until we left, we were outside that I think.
Wait
it
a
was
second,
Alex
where the
said,
fuck
he
did
was
the
like,
wind come
Where
from?
did the wind come from? Like, fuck. I did watch The Exorcist, the new one,
Okay.
the one with the 2 kids.
Was it any good?
It was good. It was
Yeah.
not like the original 1973 one.
Yeah.
And so my kid wanted to watch it, so I'm like, yeah, let's watch it. We did. If nothing else, it's a great movie for teens to watch.
Because it involves teens, and
Yes,
so it hits a little close to home. When
it does.
Yeah.
And it makes them realize, oh, maybe I should make some stupid choices.
Maybe I shouldn't be walking around abandoned buildings. Or,
Yeah, well, not only that,
Or they
but
play with a Ouija board or some shit.
no, not even that, dude. It was just kind of like, if your parents ask you to do something, do it. And if they tell you not to do it, don't. And
Oh.
there's
So this is required watching for
it
parents on their teenagers.
It
like,
almost felt that way, dude. It almost felt that. It was almost like
see?
Grumpy
See?
Old Man was a training guy. The Exorcist, this new one, the 22, 23 version,
Yeah.
with the little girls, yeah. And it's actually, and then when my wife asked her, she goes, "What did you think of the movie?" She was talking about what it was about, and then this is a part that got me, and I thought, oh, she took something from it. She goes, there's like a lesson to be taken from this, Mom.
Nice.
And she's like, the parents were asked, she goes, the dad should have never made some choice, just like the kid shouldn't have made a certain
Oh.
choice. I'm like,
Nice.
nice, all right.
What is the quote? People make choices, choices make people. So, like, every choice you make makes the way
Yeah.
your life continues. Like,
Yeah.
if you go and fucking get caught drug dealing, man, you're going to have a criminal record. It's going to be hard to find a job. If you get a face tattoo, it's going to be hard to get a job. Bad
Unless-
choices make bad
Unless
lives.
you're Mike Tyson,
Yeah, but he's...
Post Malone,
Yeah, well.
which, speaking of Post Malone, I was watching that movie Roadhouse.
Does he come out on that?
Yeah.
Doesn't Conor McGregor come out on that?
Yeah.
And isn't he walking around like this the whole time?
Yeah.
Like he's some crippled leprechaun or some
Yeah.
shit?
Yeah, he does. dude.
Why is he walking around like that the whole movie?
I don't know, dude.
I haven't seen the movie, but I saw the preview. It's like, what's wrong with his back?
Yeah. So I haven't finished watching the movie, but there's one scene where Dalton, right, or Jake Gyllenhaal
Oh, okay. That's
gets
his,
in the ring and nobody wants to fight this other guy. This guy, there's this one guy kicking everybody's ass, right?
Yeah.
And Glah goes, Who's that guy? I mean, why doesn't anybody want to fight him? Why are everybody scared? He looks kind of flabby, and it was Post Malone.
Oh shit!
And then Dalton, which Jake Gyllenhaal gets in the ring, and Post Malone is ready to go apeshit on this guy, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he realizes who he is. He's like, "No, man, I'm not fighting that guy. I'm not fighting." And Gyllenhaal's still taking off his shoes, and they ask him, "Hey, let's get your knuckles wrapped." He's like, "Nah, it's okay." And he's like, the guy asks him, he goes, "Are you new to this?" Because he doesn't want to get his knuckles wrapped.
Yeah.
He's like, "No, it's all right." But Post Malone, and I remembered right now because of the whole, I'm like, God, that guy looks familiar. And then I went, of course, during a movie, thanks to social media.
You're supposed to get on your phone in the middle of the movie?
I do.
Did you see it at the theater or at your
No,
house?
I was watching it just today. And I went in there. Like, I always pause the movie and I go into the cast just to see, who is that guy?
Do you have Prime?
I do.
If you watch a movie on Prime, if you press pause, it automatically tells you who all the actors are at the bottom with like little pictures.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that.
So like if you're watching on Prime and press it,
And
it
you
would
pause
say
it,
Post
whoever.
Malone, Jake Gyllenhaal, all the people in the scene.
You always have to be so fucking smart, don't you?
Usually gets me in trouble. I should probably stop being smart.
Yeah.
Like when I poured the
smart
water,
ass.
when I poured the water out of my wife's flowers and she got pissed and put the water back in, and you told me she didn't ask you to be smart. She asked you to hold the fucking flowers, and I was like, "You're absolutely right." So being smart, you know, it's got its drawbacks. It's a double-edged sword.
How are you doing?
You gonna pause for the cause?
Yep, I think so.
Let's make your little joke. Don't go, folks.
Today, I'm not going to do it, dude.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
You can't help yourself.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I am.
And we're back. You didn't even notice it. We were gone because it was instantaneous to you, but it wasn't instantaneous to us. We had a nice long conversation. It was beautiful.
We had lunch.
We solved all the world's problems,
We did.
and now we're here.
You're welcome.
And the world fell apart again in that same amount of time. Cheers.
Welcome back to your newly evolved Beavis and Butthead. Anyway, where were we?
I have no idea.
All over the fucking place.
All over
It was,
the fucking place.
yeah. I have no idea where we left off. All I know is, dude,
Monday.
I'm tired. That's all I know.
Yeah. The world drains you. Life's responsibility drains you.
It does, man.
That's why we're so grumpy, because we don't give a shit anymore. We've seen the same problems over and over and over again.
Yeah?
Never changes.
Nope.
Same bullshit. Different day.
Yeah. I agree with you. But what do you do? Oh, there
Keep
it
going.
is.
Keep going, because the alternative is death. So any day on this side of the ground is a good day. Even the bad days.
Yeah. That's what she said.
I was...
There you go again.
See?
Cinco de Mayo.
That's true. We haven't even... So, why does Mexico have two different days of independence? Because there's also 16 de septiembre.
So this 16 de septiembre is actually the day of their independence.
Mm-hmm.
Cinco de Mayo is actually their... What was it?
I did research on this one time because I got into a deep Facebook discussion. Cinco de Mayo is the day that Mexico won a war on our behalf. It wasn't really on our behalf, but if they hadn't won that war on the 5th of May, we would not be a country.
And was that not... I thought it had something to do with France, dude, or something like that.
All right, so maybe we should do research before we start talking shit.
Hey, look, it's a great day to celebrate.
It's an excuse to get drunk. There's no reason not to celebrate.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're already drinking. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Let's throw some fireworks.
Did you buy some?
Yep.
Where are they at? Celebrates the day the Mexican Army's victory over France in Battle of Pueblo in the Franco-Mexican War. And apparently, when they defeated France in that war, America was able to regroup and then go and fight France on a different front or something. So if Mexico had not won that war, America would have gotten his ass by France. And who wants to live in a world where France kicks anybody's ass?
Nah.
France is like Glass Joe in the fucking Mike Tyson video game.
Yeah. Not sure who that is, but yes.
Bro, you don't know who Glass Joe is?
No, dude, I know who Mike Tyson is.
You never played Punch Out.
No.
This is how I don't understand you.
Dude, the last game I played was like Atari 2600.
It was after that.
Oh, that's why I did. I remember Atari.
You were still shooting asteroids?
I was shooting ass, dude. Steroids.
You're shooting roids in your ass? I doubt it.
Tell me. Whatever makes one smile, right? No, dude, I don't. I remember Punch Out, and I remember there was a Super Punch Out.
So Punch Out, the first player you play is Glass Joe. The scrawny little white dude.
Yeah, I didn't know that was his name.
That was his name, Glass Joe, because he had a glass chin.
Speaking of
Because he was the easy mode.
white guy getting his ass kicked.
Jake Paul?
No, I was going to say, how did your thing go yesterday?
Oh, I'm a purple belt.
Really?
I'm officially mid. So all the kids, the 15 kids that follow us, they know what mid is. But
Yes.
mid is the mid level.
Mediocre.
It goes white, blue, purple. Where I'm at, then brown, then black. So I'm in the exact middle of the thing. I'm officially mid. I'm certified mid because they gave me a certificate to say I was mid.
No shit, dude.
Yes.
Good for you, man. Congratulations.
IBBJF certified.
You what?
International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Federation certified.
I just heard
purple belt.
BBJ. I'm like, BJ.
I know. That's
I'm
why I
like,
don't call it BBJ around you because you're gonna make nasty ass
so if
jokes.
you're looking for the best blowjob in the world,
No,
BBJ.
it's mid. If you're looking for the mid blowjob in the world, I'm certified.
I mean, ask any elf out there. He likes to suck elf dick.
Bro, that elf was delicious.
Yeah, that shit was good, dude.
If you don't know what we're talking about, go back to the December episode. We all sucked elf dick.
Yeah,
It was delicious.
It was really good. Pinches duendes, dude. Anyway, yeah, congratulations, dude. I just
Yeah.
saw your picture going out there.
Oh, did you?
Well, you sent me a picture of you about to go get your.
Oh, yeah.
No, you didn't.
You don't
said
follow
were-
me on Instagram.
No, you just said you were gonna go roll around with some men.
I was going to go roll around on the floor with sweaty men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's what I do for a hobby.
okay.
Have fun with that.
You go, boy, or girl, or whatever.
So fucking, I've been a nice guy all my life. I didn't know how much fun it would be to choke strangers unconscious. It is a fucking...
Did you get to do that?
Yeah, if you're good. If you're not good, you get choked unconscious.
But have you gotten the chance to do that?
Yes. It's very satisfying. Where they go, "Ah!"
You know, dude, I'm gonna say something about you.
Tell me.
That's I happen to find pretty impressive, and so does my wife. You're one of the few people that I know seems to live your life to the fullest.
Try. We only
Good,
get
man.
one.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. But not a lot of people. A lot of people say, "Yeah, I try to do this." I mean, you do that shit. Like I see you do shit that it's like most people would probably just not do.
That's why I made you go to a fucking haunted hospital that you did not want to do.
No, you're right.
But you had fun when we did it.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I was fucking drunk, but
But that's the best way to do all things.
yeah, I agree with you. I couldn't agree with you more, dude. Because if I was sober, there's no way in fucking hell I
Walked
would.
in. Bro, you were leading the way. You were in the charge. I was still in one room. You're like 3 rooms down. Like fucking, hey, Johnny, go come hold my hand.
I was just talking to somebody. They're like, "What do you mean you were scared? You were in there. I'm like, you realized that by the time I walked in there,
You were toasted.
I had already finished my flask.
Yeah.
I was like, and then right before we got there, my niece was like, according to this, we're about. She kept on looking at the GPS, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, according to this, we're like 6 minutes away. You better start drinking a little bit more. And I'm like,
I remember.
so it was fun, no doubt, dude. You know what? The drive was just as much fun.
Well, it was all country, and it's a road trip. When you got a road trip with his friends and you're talking shit
And then when
pulling
you're
off
done,
places to take a piss.
when you're done, there's nothing like
Dairy Queen,
Dairy Queen, dude.
weird ass burritos that you
Yeah.
can only get at this one Dairy Queen in the middle of nowhere.
Burritos with chili cheese and onion, dude. Yeah, dude, that was the shit. Anyway,
Best part of the haunted house was the burritos with chili cheese and onions.
yeah, but that was fun. That's what I said. I mean, but going back to what I was saying, you seem to live your life to the fullest.
Thank
And
you.
that's very cool, man.
Yeah.
Like
That's why we
every-
started a podcast.
Oh no, but I mean, I'm talking about like we would go to parties and there was kids doing this stuff. You're like, okay, I'm gonna try it.
Oh, the jumpy houses.
Whether it
I would
was
always
the
be
jumping
climbing
houses,
the jumpy
whether
houses.
it was that what's the other one? It was almost like a American Ninja Warrior type
Oh,
thing.
those things are hard.
And then
I'm
we
too
saw you
fat to
doing
do
that
those.
shit. And what was the other one over here at the gymnastics place? You were like taking some rope and swinging and.
Was I falling in the little pit with the
Yeah, you were,
squares?
dude.
I like the little pit with the squares. It's like you're swimming in styrofoam
Yeah, except I would be the guy that they would have to remove all the stuff
to get you out.
to get me out because he can't get out.
Get the crane.
Yeah, get the crane, guys. He can't get out. So,
Life
But-
is fun, man.
well,
God is good. Life is fun.
but you have to make it fun,
Yeah.
and you make it fun.
Or you could make it miserable. You could be miserable and
Shut up,
unhappy all
dude.
day.
Shut up! Don't even get started on shit.
So I mean, it's a lot of it's your attitude. A lot of it's your attitude.
Your attitude.
This is your goddamn right.
No, I'm saying it's your attitude makes it great.
It's your attitude, motherfucker.
You're full of fucking attitude, you know.
Yeah, yeah. That's why we're here. That's why we're talking shit. Did you see the little fucking meme I sent you, where it's like, if you encounter a bear in the woods,
Make yourself
try to
look-
make yourself look big. I have my own podcast.
I went to Princeton. I have a podcast.
It made me think of us.
That was hilarious.
Like, I have my own podcast.
Well, I read it to my kid. I'm like, when you encounter a bear, you should make yourself look big. And she goes, yeah, you should, Dad. And I'm like, I have a podcast. I went to Texas State. He said, what? So I looked at her and she goes, what do you mean?
I drive the Cricket Mobile.
I drive a green cricket mobile that's easily identifiable.
No, because what if it's somebody else in a Cricket Mobile? You're not the only Cricket Mobile.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the only Cricket Mobile? Holy shit. That's hardcore.
Yeah.
That's how you know you love what you do.
Yeah. I have a unique card. You can unique up on it.
Unique up on it.
How do you catch a unique rabbit? Unique up on it.
We saw you. We followed you all the way to your neighborhood because we're driving by you and trying to get your attention. But I guess you're like oblivious. I'm going home. There's no
Yeah.
cars over here. Fuck everybody else. And
Yeah.
so,
It's like Mexican little horses, those saddle horses that they.
oh, the blinders.
Yeah, they put the blinders. That's me. They're not even straight. They're like tucked in a little bit. It's like, leave me alone.
One eye.
Yeah. One-eyed Willie.
That is something that's on my bucket list.
What?
Go through a drive-through on a horse. When I worked at Whataburger in Corpus Christi, there was a couple that came through on their horses, and we served them. We went out and we took pictures with the fucking horses.
So maybe we should do that, dude. I'll
Rent
do that
horses
with you.
and go through a drive-thru?
Well, get one of those carriages downtown to take us through the.
To
take
go
us
through a
the
drive-thru?
at
That would be
McDonald's.
fun
There's
as fuck.
McDonald's downtown. They
Okay.
Just kind of.
I can scratch that off my bucket list then because
let's
that's
do it.
okay. We gotta do it on the podcast though.
What's that?
We have to do it on the podcast.
course.
Nothing counts unless we do it on the podcast.
Absolutely, we will.
We can get a blanket and drink hot chocolate and we do the fucking
Dude, like-
podcast. Go through the fucking drive-through.
Fucking
some
horses gonna
McDonald's.
turn around and go, hey, motherfuckers, one at a time. Not both at the same time. Have you seen
Yeah,
me?
that poor horse.
Horse
That
is
poor
going to be like, I'm
gonna
not a
sad.
Clydesdale, bitches.
I don't want to be a horse no more. Just shoot me.
I'm like, look, the donkeys in Laredo can do it. You can do it, fucking horse.
Oh, shit. The donkeys in Nuevo Laredo?
Yeah, dude. Well, they're horses, but they look like donkeys. I mean, they're so scrawny, but
That was the other joke I saw, that the horse is at the hospital and the horse doctor's there. It's okay, we got something that can cure you. And he turns around, he starts getting the shotgun out of the fucking thing. Because when a horse breaks his leg, they shoot it because you can't make a horse stay off the leg. It'll never heal.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I'm not a horse.
Yeah, all right. You may shot
Because
a
my
long
wife
time
would
ago.
pull out that shotgun
She's
so
been
quick.
waiting for that. Oh, is it time? Is it time?
She's going to be like, no, he's got a cold. I'm like, but no, it can be cured. She's gonna be like, no.
I just need some orange juice.
No, you don't. You just need to be put out of your misery. I promise. I've got some of that. What's that? Berry
Vitamin C.
shit. That berry shit you told me to take.
The emergency.
Emergency. But it's kind of berry is it? No, you're the fucking.
I told you to take a berry. Acai.
No, it's not acai. It's other berry.
I didn't tell you to take a berry.
Yeah, it's that emergency flavored.
Oh well, I don't know what flavor it is. It's,
I don't know.
it's
There was
supposed to have
one-
vitamin C in it. That's why you take it.
He
not
told me
'cause
to take it during COVID. You were probably. So when he told me to take a shot of bleach, I shouldn't have.
Bro, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
Too late now.
Is that why you're so white?
Don't do that.
Don't do that. So anyway, kids, don't inject bleach. That's not cool.
No.
I know that your friends make it seem cool, but it's not cool.
Yeah. I mean, that's some of the shit. This is why, if you do that shit, this is why they want to ban TikTok. TikTok is for recipes and to watch, like, I don't know, like free pay-per-view shit. That's what TikTok is there for.
So fucking, and they're talking about TikTok's bad. YouTube is just as bad as spreading like stupid shit because there was like all these challenges, the fucking eat raw chicken challenge,
Dude, but it's-
eat the Tide Pod challenge.
But is YouTube owned by a Chinese company?
No, exactly. It doesn't matter.
Is Facebook
all
owned
these
by-
excuses that they're saying that this is the reason why, it's not the reason why. It's they
Is
don't
Facebook owned by it?
they don't want the competition.
No, they don't.
They don't want the competition.
It's like, it's kind of like, you know, when you have a little brother, little sister, and you're like, you're a fucking dick, right? Mm-hmm. And you can call your little brother, your little sister an asshole or
But if
whatever.
somebody out
but
there-
if somebody else calls them that, it's like,
Kick their
bitch,
fucking ass.
I'm going to kick your ass. Nobody
Yeah.
calls my little brother or sister an asshole, only me,
is me.
right? And it's the same shit over here. It's kind of like, you know, we can take advantage of our people. Of
we
our
can steal
Americans,
their information and sell it.
but you can't.
China can't.
Yeah, exactly.
We can.
China can do that with their giant balloons that are gonna like go over the United States forever before we shoot it down.
Yeah.
But first, we're gonna give them about 2 months of just kind of lingering over the U.S.
America doesn't care about China owning all the farmland in America, but it cares about it owning TikTok.
Well, not only that, but it's kind of like, wait, you're afraid that they're gonna get my information and they're gonna try to influence me, but yet you let a fucking giant balloon roam over the United States for 3 months before you decide, oh, maybe we should shoot it
Shoot
down,
it down now.
right?
We want to see what it's going to do. Oh, we saw what it
You know,
did.
China, I've got one word for you. In fact, I've got a few words.
Konnichiwa.
And delicious food. Thank you for your food. I appreciate no MSGs.
Thank you for General Joe.
Yeah. General Joe, General So, TSO, TSO. Whatever. I mean, I'm just freedom of speech, freedom of whatever the fuck you want. I mean, little by little, I see less and less of that freedom shit.
We ever since 9/11, all our freedoms have been slowly getting like, we need to protect you from this.
They're
take away
managed.
this freedom.
They
Our
haven't been
freedoms
taken
are
away. They're
managed.
managed.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, we're not taking away your freedom. We're just managing it, you know?
So, fuck, I had a point. It's gone.
That we're going to do something crazy. So are we going to try to do...
You want to go to Hotel Havana or you want to just... I think the carriage ride is more our speed because we don't have to move.
Yeah. Dude, that'd be hilarious.
Do a whole podcast from the carriage ride.
Yeah, but I want one of those Cinderella ones.
Yes.
But then people can see us.
They can't see us in the Cinderella one? I always look at the people in the Cinderella ones. They're not enclosed.
I know
It's
they're
like
not.
a little framework.
No, I want an open one. I want to be like the queen. I'll just,
You want to wave at all the peasants
yes.
that we pass by?
I'm like, hello, Riff Raff.
Oh, I see you walking. A horse is carrying me.
The horse is like, nah, bitch, I'm pulling you. I can carry you. Have you seen you? I was waiting for Mother's Day to go by and all this other
it's
stuff to
coming.
go by.
Yeah.
So, for all you listeners out there who are married and have children, or you have just a mom, make sure you get her a gift. Tell her thank you. Tell her you love her.
It's next week.
And if you have a wife, tell her to give you something because without you,
She wouldn't be a mother.
mom.
There
So,
you go.
you know,
There you go.
don't tell my wife that.
She doesn't watch anyway.
That's true. She gets pissed off at the shit that we talk about.
But she doesn't watch it.
Yeah, she's very quick.
She hears it from other people.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you know what your husband said on the podcast?
Yes. Can you believe what he said about you? I'm like, I wouldn't say about you per se.
So So yeah, I'm prepared. I already ordered something for my wife, and I've been like for a couple weeks now. I've been telling my kids, "Hey, you better do something. I don't know what it is, but you get that shit
You're
done."
on your own this time.
Yeah.
You're of age now. Figure your shit
No,
out.
no, they've always been on their own. I don't buy their Mother's Day gifts for them, or like if they tell me what they want to get, I will buy the Mother's Day gifts for them. But they need to figure out what it is because they're the kids and she's the mom. It's their representation of how much they feel. It's not me like saying, "I want you to get her this. I want you to get her this." But I got my wife something.
Good,
I've already ordered it. It better get here before Mother's Day.
Good,
It's
man.
not here yet.
That's nice. Can't believe you ordered that. I mean, we'll see how that goes. I guess if you don't show up next week, we'll know.
You'll know I'm dead.
Yeah.
Are we podcasting next week? Are you going to be doing something with your wife? Or will you be done with your Mother's Day festivities by the time this time rolls around?
Well, let me see. What's today's date?
It is exactly 1 week until Mother's Day.
Well, yeah, my wife is in a. Well, I was thinking Diez de Mayo, but no. Mother's Day is next weekend, right?
It's the 12th.
Yeah.
Today's...
Yeah, Mexican Mother's Day is always on the 10th of May, but my wife is not a Mexican mother.
okay.
So
When do y'all celebrate? On Friday or on Monday?
Sunday.
On Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to figure out. Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Play it by ear.
Yeah.
So you may not get a podcast for a couple weeks, but this one was a good one. So
You know what, dude?
replay this
We're
one.
always in trouble with our wives, so fuck it. Let's just have a podcast.
Okay.
Let's just bash them.
Oh, no. That's a bad idea.
I don't care. I'm not scared.
I am. So I will go into any haunted house you want, but I'm not gonna piss off my wife.
Zesty will be
She's already-
podcasting on his own.
She's already. No, I'll come podcast with you because I'm sure we'll be done with whatever my wife wants to do. But I'm not gonna talk shit. You can talk all the shit you want. I'm gonna be the good boy. I don't want. I'll go. We'll go to the gates of hell. I'm not gonna piss off my wife.
I just won't say shit because I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm pretty scared.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But we gotta live with them. We gotta sleep with them.
Yeah.
I don't want to wake up with a knife to my throat like fucking. I heard your podcast, motherfucker.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yes.
Bullshit. It's happy wife, you're alive.
You're alive.
Yeah.
You get to live.
But I mean, as many episodes of, like I said before, Dateline that she watches.
She knows how to get rid of a body.
Yeah.
But she's
What's
gonna
that?
need help to move yours.
I'm like, what are you watching? She goes, she used to watch Dateline, and then she started watching the first 24. I'm like, what is that? She goes, it's what happens after a murder, the first 24 hours. I'm like,
So suddenly there's a box of gloves and
yeah. I'm like, but COVID is over. Why do you need those gloves? She goes, just leave them there. She's like, in fact, grab the box, put your fingerprints all around it. I'm like, all right. I get home, I find her cleaning my gun with gloves. She's like, here you go.
put your fingerprints on this.
Yeah.
It was self-inflicted, I swear.
Yeah. Why would he do something like that to himself?
Hey, you need to speak into the camera. I am not depressed. I am not suicidal.
Yeah, exactly. If anything happens, trust me, I'm happy.
You remember when the bridge in Baltimore collapsed?
Yeah.
I posted a meme. It's the bridge, and the bridge says, "I have evidence they could put Hillary Clinton in jail."
Oh my goodness. Oh man. Oh well.
We got about like 10 minutes left. What do you want to wrap up with? Anything
Yeah,
burning
10
in your
minutes
soul? Or we can end right now, but I mean, it's wrap up.
Nothing.
Wrap up.
Nothing really burning in my soul.
Yeah.
Other than there really isn't. Oh, that's the one thing I was going to say. I was waiting for Mother's Day to pass so I could talk to this guy about going out to see if we can do the podcast from the winery.
Oh yeah.
I want
That'd be a good one.
I want Fiesta to go by because I know he gets busy during this
Sure.
time. But I figured now that Mother's Day is passed, and
Did you see AB Quintanilla?
what a fucking idiot, dude.
You don't appreciate nothing. I go to Las Vegas. Mark Anthony loves me.
Look, I'm
J Lo loves me.
AB, you're a great songwriter, a very talented guy. But with regard to how people feel about you, you're a fucking idiot because all those people that are there to see you,
Yes.
motherfucker.
And they're all our age, so they're not going to be getting up and like going, woo! They're going to be like, yeah.
Yeah, dude. I used to do that 25, 30 years ago. Now if I go, I pick concerts where I can just sit down.
Yeah,
Sit back, listen to your music, occasionally get up and maybe dance.
Yeah.
But
It's going to be like 3 minutes, and then we're going to sit back down.
Yeah, dude. So, AB, I know you're not going to listen to this, but if you do, fuck you. Fuck you, and
That was hilarious.
thank you for your music. And you know what?
But it was sad because like none of the original Cumbia Kings are there, so it's like AB's in his own cover band.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because they're playing Cumbia
You're
King
covering your own
music.
songs?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like somebody posted, they posted his apology, and everybody's like, "We knew this shit was coming."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's like, oh my God, I said it because of this and that, and
Yeah.
everybody.
Super insincere.
It really was, dude.
Yeah.
It really was. You know, if you are sick, hopefully you're doing better.
Yeah.
But if you make that shit up just as an apology,
Yeah.
you're a fucking moron. That's what I think, dude.
So I mean,
And then, dude,
that,
seeing as how we have 10 minutes, fucking Fiesta, dude.
did you go?
I did.
Oh, all right.
One of my favorite.
Oh, that's right. Your kid was marching.
My kid marched, and one of them marched. The other one was at a mariachi thing, also performed. But my sister and my niece had never had an opportunity to really go to Fiesta.
Okay.
So they went to the parade, and then on Saturday we said, "Hey, let's go to King William." Right?
Okay.
And it was a great event. We love King William event, the fair. It was fun, but then. Excuse me. Later on that evening, we find out that there's that shooting in Market Square.
Ooh.
That video that went viral.
That was fucking crazy.
It was fucked up, dude. But
People
then,
just can't have a good time anymore. You can't.
no, you can't, man. And it's kids.
Yeah.
It's like, have you seen? And for anybody, well, next door, it's probably going to be all over on Instagram. These kids in this general area where we live posted themselves driving around with all these guns, shooting them in the air. Shooting.
Oh shit. That's
dude.
scary.
And they showed their own faces, their own cars. With, I mean, dude,
Kids
what-
dry snitch on themselves now
Yes,
because they're
dude.
posting it for the clout. They don't understand. They're posting their own evidence.
Yes.
And their own trial.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you could argue, yeah, we didn't do anything. You may not have done anything, but the fact that you were shooting up in the air and that you
Yeah.
don't understand that bullet's got to come down.
But that's illegal too, shooting in the air.
Well, and down to the floor, wherever you're shooting. I mean, why? And these kids have their guns and they're all like inside the
Yeah.
car going,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
pointing it at each other. I'm
Yeah.
like,
These kids don't know shit. No trigger discipline at all.
no. I mean,
Yeah.
so the Market Square on Saturday was, I heard, was terrible.
Yeah.
And then on Sunday, I heard there was another one.
Yeah.
So between those two things,
It's just
I
like
mean,
some stupid argument. It's like they're arguing instead of like throwing blows, they go for their guns.
Yes, man. It's like grow some balls, fight it out.
Punch somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But
It's
in the
still
mean- in
assault,
the
but it's
meantime-
not murder.
So when they interview vendors, right? The vendors are like, you know, we love Fiesta. Fiesta's supposed to be fun. We don't know if we want to come back and put ourselves,
Oh, shit.
you know, in the
Wow.
middle of this. So now, could Fiesta lose some of its, you know, vendors? And yeah, look, could it happen anywhere? Yes, it
Yeah.
could. But you go to Fiesta to have a good time, you know.
Not
How
to
do you
get shot.
control it? And it's a free event, so it's like anybody can walk in, right? The truth is, can you stop it? You know, my thought on it is, you fucking gate Market Square, right? And now you have to go in through a gate and
Metal detector and all this shit.
and hopefully, yeah. And like somebody said, look, if they want to do it, they're gonna do it. Yes,
Yeah.
but at least you have a little control.
Sure.
You don't have 6 open entrances, right? Everybody's got to come in through just one entrance or whatever. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. What's important here is that me as a family guy, you as a family guy, and all the other hundreds of thousands of families that just want to go to a free event and take
Yeah.
their kids, enjoy, have a beer, have a turkey leg, a gordita, whatever.
Yeah.
You can't, dude.
Yeah.
You can't. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
But anyway, so hopefully, it's like I say about all these cartels in Laredo, on Nuevo Laredo, right? Sometimes there's that one person that's it's a casualty, right, of this idiocy, right? But for the most part, when these guys kill each other, it's themselves.
Yeah.
I wish it was as simple as that, where they're not hurting other people that are just trying to be going
Just
out there to have
next
fun.
to 'em.
Yeah, have fun. So anyway, that's my 2 cents for this week.
I don't want to end on a sad note.
No, I don't want us to. Look, at the end of the day, overall, Fiesta was fun. I loved. Somebody said, "Why would you go to a parade?" Because I'm a proud parent, dude.
Yeah.
I'm a proud parent, and I had to go see my kid. And I got to tell you, I hadn't been out to.
Since we went together?
Yeah, dude. I hadn't been out to the place since we went together. And I'm not going to lie to you. It was great going with my family.
Mm-hmm.
But I missed this kind of like.
Yeah. We were singing What's Going On in the Porta Potties.
Yeah, hell yeah. Dude.
You
Separate porta potties. Let's clear that up. Because 2 of us inside the porta potty would have been kind of tough.
We wouldn't have fit.
Hey, is that your nalga? Or is that my nalga?
And then there was a cop outside laughing at us.
Yeah, I know. My wife was like, dude, you're going to get arrested.
He doesn't want to do paperwork on our finances.
Besides,
Everybody's drunk.
It's what I just said.
You're
right?
drunk, I'm drunk, everybody's drunk.
Well, it's what we just said, right? We came out, we're laughing, we're cracking up.
Yeah.
He sees that we're with our wives, and the guy's probably thinking, let them.
The wife will
let
get
the
him
wives,
home.
let the wives. If they don't listen to their wives, they're in fucking trouble, right?
Yeah.
They're probably going to get in more trouble with their wives than with me. So, as long as you're not being stupid, right?
Yeah.
And we had a good time. So that's why I said, I kind of missed it, man.
Yeah. One day, I did price out medals again. Mm-hmm. It was $400 for 50.
No shit.
And the motherfucker won't stop calling. Sir, we're ready to get ready on your order. Because I sent them the little fucking image, and they're like, we can do it, we got it, let's go. I'm like, no, stop calling. And then they call again, like, fucking, we're ready to go, sir. We're ready to do it. I'm like, bro, I just wanted the price. I don't want, I ain't got $400 for this
We'll have
shit.
it done in somewhere in like Monterrey.
Yeah.
In the back of it'll say, it's from Mexico. Stop calling him. We got our own person to do it.
Do we? We're gonna bang out the fucking. I did look up a YouTube on how to make homemade ones.
Yeah.
So you take the bottle cap, you take the ribbon, you take a wood, you take the nail and shoot it through, and pull the nail out and stick one of those little. You remember when you used to have like a big ass paper you had to turn in, and you put the little brads.
Oh yeah.
You stick the brad through and close it, and then you wrap it around the little safety pin, and then you got a metal. And we could do that, but I would be a little embarrassed to like hand those out. Like, look at our podcast. It's like, bro, it's a sticker on a goddamn bottle cap. And
What the problem is? It's like no other that you have.
it's unique. It's very unique.
Unique upon it.
Unique upon it. That's a better name for this podcast. Unique upon it.
Unique upon it. Anyway. That's it for me, man.
All right, bro. Cheers. Happy. Get your wife something. Get your mom something.
Happy Cinco.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, go out there, make some carne asada. Some tacos, some carnitas, some fajitas.
We still got to do the brisket episode.
Yeah, we do.
We got to do the Cinderella episode.
Yep.
Is your hairdresser ever going to come over or no?
Yeah, she wanted Mother's Day to pass by.
Okay.
Once Mother's Day passes by,
She'll show up.
She'll show up.
And it's just her?
And her partner, probably.
Oh, and her partner.
Yeah. So.
Because if it was just her, I mean, I wouldn't mind like just having the fucking mic and like passing it back and forth. But if it's her partner,
Buenas tardes, ¿cómo están? Muy bien, ¿cómo están?
because if we get another set of mics,
Sex?
if we do another sex,
If we get another sex.
then I'll be a happy man. But if we get another set of mics, we gotta have another tablet.
If we have another sex with Mike's. Who's Mike? Why are we having sex with Mike?
I told you not to ask questions.
Ask me no questions.
I'll tell you no lies. Exactly.
All right, folks.
Cheers.
We're prolonging this because I don't feel like getting up because I'm over 50 and you're going to hear a lot of noise as soon
He's
as I
gonna
get
go.
up.
No.
All right, folks. We'll talk. Well, no, we won't talk. Him and I will talk.
Either next week or the week after that.
Yeah.
Depending. Well, you'll find out.
All right.
You'll know.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
We love you.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
You're making me disappear.
I'm just.
And I come back. Check out the cap.